Hi, and welcome to Tony Time. Well, we have another family member back. If you remember from last year, Andrew King lives in Hawaii, and he's here in Maine for a week with his family. So we're welcoming Andrew back. Welcome, honey.
Thank you.
Welcome
Thank you
back.
for having me. It's a
You're
pleasure to be
welcome.
back.
It's good to have you back. Well, we weren't sure when Andy was coming. And last week ago or so, his mom and dad across the street from where I live said, "Got to show you what Don made," and Don is his father. And Patricia said, "You gotta see this." I go over to the house, and who comes walking out of the kitchen is Andy.
Surprise.
And his dad did make them with
Yeah.
help. It's true.
It's true, yeah.
So I hear you got married.
I got married. There's the ring.
There's the ring.
Yeah.
So tell us about the wedding.
The wedding was so much fun. What we did was we rented a state park.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Hawaii?
In Hawaii, overlooking Kaneohe Bay, which is a beautiful bay. And the state park has a big hall on top of a hill. And then down the hill in the back of the hall, there's a mound overlooking the bay. And we rented it for the whole weekend. So on Friday, we could go in and have everybody set up the place and get it all ready for the wedding. And that was fun. We rented golf carts too.
Good.
So we were joyriding the golf carts down the hill and setting up the wedding arch was made from bamboo that I collected in the forest.
Oh, wow.
And commandeering kayaks from the state park area and going around the bay, and everybody was having kind of a party but setting up at the same time. So it's just friends who hadn't seen each other, family members.
Your mom and dad came.
My mom and dad were there.
Your brother?
My brother came, my sister, my wife's family, and some very close friends. And it was just, sometimes when you expect so much family to come together, you think, okay, there's going to be some high drama moments. But the whole time, it was just so easygoing, and it was so pleasant and fun. And the setup day was almost as fun as the wedding,
that's great.
because everybody was together.
Yeah.
And then so the wedding day came, and yeah, we got married down on the mound overlooking the bay, and we had a Hawaiian singer singing Hawaiian ceremonial songs to us prior to the ceremony. My brother went online, and he, I guess you can fill something out and become the officiate. So my brother married us. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And
How? Oh, that's
that was
cool.
pretty cool.
Oh, my.
And then the Hawaiian people there, they gave him the name Kahu Don. His name is Don also. It's
Yeah.
Don Jr. Kahu is like priest. I think it kind of goes into, have you ever heard Big Kahuna?
Yeah.
Kahu.
Yeah.
So they call him Kahu Don, and he married us. And then we went back up to the hall, and we had food and dancing and music, and it was just a party. It was great.
Great.
And my wife would be here now, but her grandmother got sick, and she had to use her vacation days to go be with her family.
Yeah,
So
sure.
just circumstance.
Yeah, you weren't sure if you were going to make it this year.
Yeah. I kind of decided last moment, it'd be good to be with my family as well.
True.
Because I'm so far away.
Yeah. I mean, when you're there, I love the island. But you are far away. It's not a trip you make on a weekend.
It's true.
And it's a whole different feel.
Yeah, it's a different world out there.
Yeah. So how's your surfing going?
Surfing? Oh, it's going great. We live on the eastern shore of Oahu in this tiny little beach house. And I can look through my kitchen window across the street and see the reef. So I know when I get my morning coffee, okay, there's some good waves out there.
Yeah.
And I've got all my little spots, and I go out to the reef, and it's on a part of the island that's less crowded, so it's not as congested with a lot of.
Is it close to the North Shore?
Yeah, we're on the kind of the northeast. So it gets some of the big swells from the North Shore, or I'll go up to the North Shore, the northern tip of the island, and I've got a number of reefs that I always frequent that I kind of got dialed in,
Hmm.
and I'm very passionate about surfing.
I know you are.
Yeah,
I mean, that is like your zen. That's,
it really is.
yeah,
It
definitely.
refreshes my mind.
Yeah, because you're out there with that big old ocean,
Hmm.
and you're a little tiny little thing out there.
It's true.
It's true.
It's very
It
true.
really is.
Yeah, and it humbles you to be out there and to just get away from everything and stare at sky and ocean
Hmm.
at sunset
That's what
time.
it's all about.
Or there's a channel that I have to go through to get around the reef, and oftentimes the large sea turtles are there. There's been a big monk seal that has been fishing there,
Oh.
and as close as we're sitting,
Hmm.
he'll allow me to paddle up and look him in the eyes. I can hear him breathing,
Oh,
and I'm like 80 yards out, like way off of the beach
yeah.
in this deep channel staring at a monk seal before I surf and look at the sky. So you could only imagine it's
So
really
special.
refreshing to go back onto land and then focus on the tasks that I do,
Life tasks.
life tasks.
Yeah. No, it's there. There's something about nature and being on the ocean, which, that the ocean has its own mind, and you do what it tells you to do. You don't tell it what to do. But then when you have a monk seal coming up, and I know the turtle's there. I mean, I rented a house on the North Shore last time
Nice.
I was there, and there were always turtles on the beach.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, now you were teaching last time you were here.
I was teaching for a short time while apprenticing years ago to become a tattoo artist. I needed to work, so
Yeah.
that's how I met my now wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been a full-time tattoo artist since 2010.
Isn't that a wonderful feeling?
It's really great.
You have your own business now.
Yeah, pretty much.
How wonderful. So it's just you and your wife? Does she work with you in the studio or?
Um, well, actually, I'm an artist that is working out of a tattoo shop
Mm-hmm.
that is owned and by some other guys,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm pretty much like what is it, like independent
Yeah.
contractor
Yeah.
working out of this studio space. And the studio space is completely revamped, and it's I would say world-class studio.
Wow. Your dad said that. He said it was gorgeous.
It's really nice. We have a new location, and the interior decor is amazing. So I travel from my little beach house, and I go into the Honolulu, and I work out of this space that is just amazing. You can see pictures of it
Mm-hmm.
at tattoolicious.com. It's the best group of people. It's like my creative family, and we have attracted artists from all around the world.
It's
Before I
great.
came here, there was a woman from Russia
Mm-hmm.
working, just a guest spot.
Mm-hmm.
I've made friends from Singapore, Prague, just traveling artists. So it's been amazing. And I have a room in my home where I create paintings still,
Oh,
a
wonderful.
studio
You're still
space.
painting then.
And my wife, she has her own work room as well. We have two separate spots in our home where we can go and just get into our own little worlds. And she's a librarian, so she's doing lots of community projects.
Oh, great. It sounds just heaven.
It is. It's my happy place, and I'm very grateful and appreciative that I actually have the lifestyle that I have.
But you went after it. You've experienced life in ways people have never experienced it. I mean, if
Agree.
you watched our show last year with you, I mean, you really have taken chances.
I think it had a similar theme. Do you have to get out there and go after
Yeah.
what you're passionate about?
And you have to go and believe in your passion,
Agreed.
and you have to move in it. And, a lot of people may not agree with you because they've never experienced passion. They've always experienced what they were told they need to do.
Hmm.
But you and myself, and I know a lot of other people, they go for it, win or lose. So you have to go to Andy's website, which you'll see the information at the end of the show. But luckily, we can talk about some of his tattoos that we're going to pop up on the screen right now, and you can see his artwork. And of course, my tattoo. Go ahead, Steve, zoom in. Okay. You did this, what, about 5 years ago?
Yeah, this was kind of at the onset of my tattooing. You helped me out, kind of build up a body of work so that I could create a portfolio and approach the place that I'm now working.
What
Which
are
was,
friends for?
yeah, that actually
Yeah.
really helped me out.
I
And
know. I gave him my arm.
you did. You said go for it. And it's,
Yeah, and we didn't have a plan, and I just said to Andy, I want the moon and the stars and a dolphin in the ocean. And this is what you came up with. It was great.
thank
I
you.
get more compliments on it. So we're going to talk about the tattoos that you've done, and they're up on his website as well. Okay, this girl, what's the story behind her?
Well, truthfully, this girl, I remember the client well. She was from Australia. We have a lot of international clients that come in, and she had come in, and at the tattoo shop in the lobby, we have this large poster, and the poster is of this tattoo that I did. It's a girl coming out of some murky water, and in the actual poster, she's holding a dead fish.
Okay, okay,
And so she said, I just love this angle. I love the foreshortening of the hands,
yeah,
uh, but I don't like the dead fish. So
right.
I took the dead fish out and I kind of replicated the poster. So
That's,
I put my own little twist on it
yeah.
with some of the shading. It was one of my earlier tattoos, but I'm happy with it, so I
Oh,
posted
it's
it.
so sweet.
Thank you.
Let's move to another one. Okay, what's the story on this one?
The koi fish uh, is Japanese tattoo style.
Mm-hmm. Love the
Quite,
colors in
yeah,
it.
the colors were really fun. It was quite popular.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm not an aficionado, but you could go online or look up some books about the mythology behind koi fish, because the story of the koi fish swimming upstream versus downstream,
Mm-hmm.
or if you have like some leaves that look like autumn leaves, or all these things are very symbolic in Japanese tattoo culture.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
I think going into Japan, the koi fish is really respected for its symbolism,
Mm-hmm.
but it's caught on with popularity that many people want just the koi because it looks cool,
Yeah.
and that's what happened here.
That is just, it's gorgeous. I mean, your detail. Oh, look at that. That color that's almost like a fuchsia color.
It is, I believe, yeah.
Let's go on to, okay, is that an octopus?
It's a blue-ringed octopus.
And why? I mean, there must have been,
Yeah, for sure. This client is a return client of mine. Her name is Roxanne,
uh-huh.
and she's studying like marine biology,
All right.
and she's very passionate about ocean life. And since I've started this octopus, she liked it so much, we actually have started designing a full underwater sleeve. And
Fantastic.
she now has a crab on her forearm, and she has a mola mola or a sunfish. I think
Okay, sunfish.
they're around here in Maine, I've heard.
Are they?
I think so. I'm,
Okay.
I, I'm
A mola mola is a sunfish.
not 100% sure if they're here. I thought I heard them around here. So we started doing the sleeve on her, and we're probably halfway done. And then she came to me and she said, "Oops, I'm pregnant. We're going to have to put everything on hold."
Okay.
So that was the beginning of the
Of
sleeve.
that.
that path.
So next year we might. That's a peacock feather.
Peacock feather.
All right. All right.
Ruby.
Ruby.
That was to commemorate this guy's dog
Oh.
named Ruby. I'm sure you could
I can
relate.
identify with that. Yes,
Yeah.
I can.
And I was really happy with the design. That it's kind of a neo-traditional design on the rose there. This is an older tattoo, but I'm still pretty proud of the drawing of the rose. And I put a little bit of like a teal or a seafoamy green in the middle of the leaf, and a little purple at the tip of the leaves.
Beautiful.
So that was fun.
That's beautiful. Now, what is that?
This is a large open mouth tiki.
What's a tiki?
A tiki is ancient or just a carving that the ancient Hawaiians used to make to represent their gods.
Okay.
And the reason the mouth is so wide open and it's like you're staring down the throat
Of a whale.
of a whale, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy had a big old, like, busted up tattoo, and that's a cover up, actually.
Oh, okay.
I said, well, I can swallow it in the mouth of a tiki. So that's kind of why
That's
it's
cool.
disproportionate. There's another tattoo hiding in the mouth there.
Okay.
But you can't tell, right?
You can't tell.
So that's good.
Okay, trees.
This is a cool tree.
Beautiful.
Oh, there's Ruby again.
There's Ruby again. Up. That's an owl.
That is an owl, yeah.
Are there owls in Hawaii? No.
There
Are there?
Yeah.
Are there bats in Hawaii?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay.
I would like to.
Just curious.
We gotta go look that up.
We have to look that up. Okay, so there are owls in
There
Hawaii.
are owls. I did see there's a white owl that's very rare that I saw once. I should know the name, but I don't.
Okay. Well, you do know we have the snowy white owl up here in the winter.
Yes, my friend saw one.
Yeah, I've got pictures of it that would blow you away because I have a fear of birds.
Oh,
And it was like 5 o'clock and I was low tide and I went out into the marsh, which I never do. And it was sitting out there. And because of my fear, I mean, I'm talking about, I would curl up in a fetal position if a bird came near me.
it was waiting for you, Toni.
It was waiting for me. And I walked out there with the camera up and I'm thinking, please don't move, I'll die. Nobody will find me in the marsh. But I got some really amazing photos on it.
Conquer your fear.
I'm trying. So, okay, we got a beautiful owl. Without my glasses, I can't see.
That is a panther head with a dagger being stabbed through the top of it. With
Oh,
some-
wow.
Yeah, I did that at the first tattoo expo, the Hawaii, or it's called the Pacific Ink and Art Expo. They have the 5th annual expo just the beginning of this past August, and
Okay.
this was my first year there. I had done this at the convention.
Wow. Beautiful. How long did that take?
That probably took about 7 hours.
Okay.
It's like his whole thigh.
Beautiful rose.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
The thing I really like about this rose here is it doesn't have like the black outline.
Yeah.
It's just
Softer.
color to denote form, and the person also really wanted the water droplets, which I had to look up and get some reference
Yeah.
of water droplets,
Yeah.
tape them to the shirt or right next to the client so that I could kind of record the information to get a believable water droplet.
Yeah.
So I'm
mean,
happy with those water drops.
Yeah. I mean, the water droplets, and because it's not outlined in black, it's much softer.
I agree. Yeah, thank you.
Wow. This is a portrait.
This is a portrait. I believe it's of a sculpture of a Michelangelo sculpture where I want to. She's like Mother Mary is
I was going to say Mother Mary.
holding Jesus.
Yeah.
We zoomed in, and this was probably one of my first portrait attempts. So
The detail is beautiful.
I was very happy with the turnout on this, and you can see that the top of her cloth on her head is unfinished. So this was after about 3 or 4 hours of my first attempt at like portraiture, and it's really tricky.
Yeah.
So I felt really happy that it came out.
How long did that take you?
This is about 3 or 4 hours in. I snapped the
That's a
shot.
lot. You really.
The Nautilus show.
Okay. What's that coming out of that rose?
That's a mongoose.
Okay.
Hawaii has mongoose everywhere.
Yeah.
I think they introduced the mongoose to the island to get rid of the rats.
I remember that
were,
story.
They
Yeah.
were coming off of the boats, and so a lot of rats like invaded Hawaii, which they're not indigenous, you know.
Yeah.
So to try to balance out that, they brought the mongoose, and the thing is I think the mongoose population spread, so now mongoose are running everywhere. It's kind of like the common squirrel here, and this
You don't have squirrels there, though.
no,
No, you have
we
mongoose.
And
Okay.
so as you can see, that's on the guy's chest, and on the other side of the chest, he had an existing tattoo of a cobra
Okay.
coming out of a rose, and so we're kind of playing off of the mongoose fights the cobra. Do you remember the story Rikki Tikki Tavi?
No.
It's an old story. I think they have a cartoon movie, and it's also a book
Really?
about a cobra, and he's gonna go after the children. And then Rikki Tikki Tavi is the mongoose, and he stands up to the cobra and he fights him. So there's a narrative of standing up against adversaries here.
Oh, my.
That's a painting.
Oh, okay. I was like, if that's a tattoo, that's gorgeous. You did that.
I did that.
Wonderful. What's...
This was full rib piece on a client who wanted to have kind of like a skull, King Neptune. It's not a great picture because on the far left there's a serpent creature. It's such a large tattoo. He would almost have to pose again and twist.
Yeah.
But there's 3 characters. There's a serpent, there's like a mermaid, and then the skull, Poseidon
Wow.
with trident.
Great. That's another Japanese art, correct?
Another koi fish, yes. If you look close, the guy wanted me to sign it. So at the bottom right, I put my initials, AK.
Yeah.
I tried to make it look like a Japanese stamp.
Cool. Wow. Oh, look at this. This lion is gorgeous. And since my niece and I just had our matching tattoos done, because she was only here for a week, Rachel, this is gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
We may have to do another Leo tattoo.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Really. Wow. Now, this looks like in 2 parts.
It was on the forearm,
Yeah.
so I had to take 2 pictures so you could see it as it rolled around the forearm.
Okay.
This person wanted what he called a woman to be named Miss Fortune. Like half of her was nice and the other half was scary. So you can see the skull and the red bloody eye.
Yeah.
And then part of her is, pretty, and the other side of her is unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Nice way to put it. What?
That's a little hummingbird on a foot.
Okay. This looks like
Poseidon.
Poseidon. Wow. Oh my God, look at the detail in that.
That's a golden dragon swirling about on this guy's arm. I was really happy with the bottom claw and how underneath the claws, the kind of palm of the dragon has this color I used, and the color is called Morning Shade. It's kind of a soft purple, and I used that purposefully to kind of be contrasting to the golds of the upper side of the dragon. Oftentimes, if you can use complementary colors, which are colors that are opposite on the color wheel, when you juxtapose them together, it'll make it more visually appealing. Or
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on here, but it doesn't make you feel like it's real busy. But there's a lot going on.
thank you.
So there's depth in there. Love
I
that.
was really happy with that one. That's a bad picture, but that's a large blue rose about this big on a thigh.
All right. Wow. No,
It's a Buddha head
that's what I thought. Okay.
and a lotus flower.
Wow. No, okay.
That is just a kind of a quick study painting of some waves.
Oh, all right.
If you can see, it's
Yeah.
scooping, and I was just having fun painting, and I was doing studies of waves for a larger painting.
Wow. You are so talented. You're amazing.
There's
Now,
a-
is that a leg?
That's an arm.
That's an arm. Okay.
It's colorful flowers, roses, and uh, maybe some tulips in there.
Yeah. Wonderful. Wow. Now, is that a painting or a tattoo?
That's a painting of Gandhi.
You did that.
I
Of
did
course.
that, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's actually for anybody who's into art out there, it's a cool technique where you buy some illustration board and then you carefully render the the portrait of Gandhi in pencil. And once you have your pencil rendering,
Yeah.
you spray fix it onto the illustration board.
Okay.
And then you take a rag and you, over the top of everything, put this burnt sienna, which is kind of that orangey tone
Yeah.
that is overlaid the pencil drawing. And then you can take these gummy erasers and it picks the oil paint off. And I added a little extra white paint to make the highlights. And that was a technique that I learned whilst in art school.
It looks like it's glowing.
Thank you. Yeah, I was really happy with that.
Beautiful. Whoa. Whoa.
It's an eagle.
Yeah, it is. It's a big eagle.
He actually, this guy, he has a few children, and he wanted to like put his children's initials in the tattoo, and I believe there's some hidden initials in the flame of the torch.
All right. Yeah. I would have a hard time getting an eagle tattoo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have photos that look exactly like that, and that's a tattoo.
That's a tattoo.
This is so detailed and so exactly right on, Andy.
Thank you.
So right on.
Oh, there's some drawings.
Andy's surprised at what's going to pop up here. Whoa.
It's a painting.
Wow, who is she?
That is a painting that I've titled Kill Your Demons.
Oh,
So it's actually the hands you see holding the head
yeah.
is like a cherub, a cherub,
Cherub, yeah.
a cherub, a little cute,
Cute
like
little, yeah.
angel figure on a cloud, holding a decapitated demon head.
Oh,
To be symbolic, everybody has their own demons, and you get to slay your demons,
That's
and that's
true.
why I painted that.
beautiful. I love the meaning behind that. Okay.
This is an underwater forearm piece. There's on the left. There's a jellyfish, and then there's an anglerfish with the light coming out of its forehead,
All right.
and then a deep sea shrimp. I was really happy with that piece there.
It's gorgeous.
A lot of color.
And we're back to the beginning. Wow. I wanted to show our audience this because, I mean, this you said was your earlier artwork, but
It is, actually.
it's amazing. And
Thank you so much.
your paintings and your detail, because I know when you did my tattoo, it was detailed, and everybody comments on that. But you have a special ability where, like I said on the one, there's a lot going on, but because you know your colors, it's balanced and it doesn't feel like there's a lot going on.
Thank you. Yeah, I try my best. I really do.
You go beyond 150%. I mean, I know your love for this is just,
It's a lifelong passion.
yeah. And you're living your lifelong passion. I mean, and a lot of people think about it, but they don't go for it. And the ones who do, had to kind of go against the grain a bit to be able to achieve what they want. But boy, you're amazing. I say that every time he's on the show. You are amazing.
Thank you.
But just your
My
personality.
head just got so big.
Just get big.
No, I try to be humble and appreciative and grateful for everything because I don't think it's a good look to try to be showy or egocentric. So
Not a good look.
there's a million other amazing artists out there, and if you just put your head down, right? I just try to put my head down and get better in each new year, break plateaus, because everybody has their own particular style that they can let flourish,
Sure they can.
and I don't want to be flashy or showy or that
That
kind
could
of
never be you.
a human being. I just want to be appreciative, and yeah, I've been enjoying life a lot. So
And that's what it's about.
really, I think so too.
It really, I mean, your parents raised you, your brother, your whole family, your sisters, in such a down-to-earth,
Thank you.
loving way.
Yeah, they're all great.
Yeah. I mean, and how many of us can say that? And you're appreciative of it all. So now here's a question for you.
Okay.
When are we expecting children?
Oh,
Whoa.
well, it's a big maybe. So, you're just gonna have to tune in later and find out. So,
Yeah, I think we're going to have to. I mean, can you imagine yourself being, you'd be an amazing father, but can you imagine yourself?
I think so. I think I could be a father, definitely.
Oh, I can picture you out on your surfboard.
Yeah, I would pass on this, the water or ocean knowledge for sure.
Oh, of course you would.
Yeah.
Of course you would. Well, that's kind of, we'll find out when Andy comes back next year. I mean, last year we were talking about marriage.
Yep, I was engaged.
Yep.
So now I'm married
All
and
right.
life goes on. So,
And now you're in a studio doing this beautiful artwork, meeting people from all over the world.
yeah, that's really great.
Yeah, I mean, you and your wife could go off to anywhere in the world.
But I always come back to Biddeford for my roots.
I know. You're a Maine boy.
I am. I love it here as well. It's
Oh, I know you
so
do.
beautiful.
Oh, it's just a very special place. But Andy always comes back to Maine. It's part of your heart,
It really is.
and I know your mom and dad just look so forward to it. Now you went to Connecticut for a few days to visit family.
I did. That was really great.
When's the last time you've been back to Connecticut?
4.5 years.
Wow.
I went, I saw a cousin who I hadn't seen in 4.5 years, and we did a workout. He said, let's go to this park, and we ran the steps, like Rocky, going up the
Yeah.
steps.
Yeah.
But I find that's a great way to bond with people. I went running with my other cousin, and when you're kind of working out alongside each other, you can really just bond and share things and catch up,
Yeah.
which I enjoy doing.
I know, and this is the way we catch up. Because from the time your little feet hit the ground, all his friends, parents, family are over at their house and they're having a great time. So I steal him for like an hour so we can catch up.
Yes. It's always great.
It's always great. It's always fun. I always love to hear what's going on. And we're kind of running out of time, but
Wow,
yeah,
it
it
goes
goes
so fast.
fast.
It
It
really
goes
does.
fast. Andy's first words to me when he walked into the door, he says, I'm not as nervous as I was last
I
year.
was so nervous last
I
year.
know you were.
I was tense. Yeah, I feel more relaxed.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is one of those things that lives on.
And you have a great crew too.
Oh, our crew here, Steve
Thank you,
and Steve.
Stephen. Great job right now with the zoom ins.
With the zoom ins, with the
Yeah,
tattoos,
it's a pleasure. You guys are really, really great.
and they appreciate it, and I appreciate them too. I mean,
Yeah.
they're great. So you need to go to Tattoolicious
Tattoolicious.com.
and look at everything on there with the tattoos, and it does show where you're at in the shop and everything.
Pictures of the new studio, and I think soon we're gonna have like a virtual walkthrough.
How
This
cool,
guy
yeah.
came with this special equipment where he would take pictures. Have you ever done like Google Maps and then you go to
Yes,
street level and you
yes.
navigate around? It's gonna do that through the shop. And I was actually tattooing a woman, so there I am, like, and you can go right around my station where I'm working, and then they had me pose in one of the consultation rooms, so I'm doing like a fake consultation if you were to go and navigate into one of the consult rooms.
Wow.
Yeah, they've spared no detail. The consult rooms, if you look up at the light fixtures, they're made out of like Star Wars lightsabers, because there's Star Wars fans are
Oh,
oftentimes artists too.
yeah.
So,
Now, is that a new tattoo on your arm? I don't
which
remember it coming down over your hand.
Yeah, the hand is newer. We had a guest artist from Pittsburgh, Michael Patrick. He's amazing, super nice guy. I love his style of work. And, you know, I'm
Gorgeous.
left-handed
Yeah.
and I've kind of dedicated myself to being an artist. So I said, you know what, let's go on the hand and let's go all in because, you kind of break the boundary of I can't get much of a corporate
Yeah.
job when they look at my hand, and I know it's becoming less and less taboo these days, but getting a tattoo on your hand is like, okay, you're
You're
all in.
committed. You're all in. Absolutely. Well, honey, thank you so much for being on the show.
And thank you for having me.
And you'll be back next year, and,
I will.
we'll find out if we have a little Andy coming
Or my wife will come
or
tomorrow.
wouldn't that be great if she came in here too?
She's a sweetheart. I love her.
I know you do. I know. So I want to thank everybody for watching our show today, and have a good evening, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.